Let's know now the names and function of the dissecting tools. We have the dissecting pan, where students or researchers can study the internal structure of organism and learn about their anatomical features. Then, we have blob goggles, which used to protect eyes from splashes of preservative and specimen fragments. We have the surgical gloves, designed for use in sterile surgical environments to ensure a high level of protection against infections.
Then we have our dissecting tools such as dissecting scissors, thumb forceps, scalpel, flapper, needle, magnifier, set of pins, and etc. These are the dissecting instruments that used for careful cutting for a living organism or autopsy. Next, we have the scalpel. That can use various blades except if it's compatible. A scalpel is an essential for skin incisions, tissue dissection, and a variety of surgical approaches.
A tissue forceps, used to hold and manipulate delicate tissues during surgical procedures or laboratory. Then, we have here an example of disposable blades. We have number 15 and number 20. These blades have a specific use. This 20 uses for larger incision, while number 15 used for opening coronary arteries. Lastly, a disposable apron is essential and play a huge role in infection control and cross-contamination prevention.
Let's now learn how to insert the dissection blade into the scalpel. Here, we have the dissection kit for junior, as my group members mentioned earlier the contents. But we're not going to use the scalpel that the dissection kit already provided. As you can see, it is not detachable and we can't insert blades in here. Unlike the scalpel handle, we can insert blades.
We also have the hemostasis forceps that we are going to use to insert the blade. We have an example here, a number 11 blade and a blade holder number 3. To install your blade, start by opening the package and insert it to the blade holder.
Using your hemostatic forceps, get a secured grip on the blade and click it down 3 times. Grab your scalpel handle and you notice that the handle and blade have angle. Once you have the right way, slide the blade into the slot. Then once it's on your track, slide all the way till it clicks. There you have it.
And now, we're ready to dissect a pig's heart. This is the anterior of the heart, and this is the posterior. In the exterior of the heart, there are 3 layers of tissue form the heart wall. And this is the visceral pericardium, or also called the epicardium, allowing smooth mechanical function of the beating heart. And we will be able to locate the middle layer, which is the myocardium.
Now, let's open and explore the inside of the heart. We'll start by making a sagittal cut, dividing it into the right and left ventricles. Since we have 2 hearts, we'll also make a transverse cut, which separates the heart into the top and bottom sections. As you can see, there's a significant difference between the right and left ventricles. The right ventricle has a thinner muscle wall because it only pumps blood to the lung, a shorter and lower pressure system. While the left ventricle has much thicker wall to generate high pressure, allowing it to pump blood throughout the entire body.
These are the parts where we can see the right and left ventricles together with the right and left atrium.
sagittal cut of the heart. The left ventricle is the thickest and most muscular chamber in the heart because it's going to pump blood to the entire body. We can see first the string in the heart called chordae tendineae, and it is attached to papillary muscle and serve to pull the valve.
The purpose of the bicuspid valve is to separate the left ventricle from the left atrium. The left ventricle connects nearly all organ systems through its function to pump oxygenated blood to the body. The left ventricle is leading to the blood vessels, and there's a tissue that separates the left ventricle to the aorta, and that's the aortic semilunar.
This is the right ventricle, and the valve in the right ventricle will be the tricuspid. The right ventricle carries the unoxygenated blood and exits the pulmonary ventricle, and it will go to the lungs in order to be oxygenated. There's this small hole inside the aortic semilunar which leads to the coronary artery which feeds the heart.
That's our presentation for the heart dissection and its parts and functions. Thank you.